Okay, we're doing the coastal trails around Ozette Lake. I read, well, here, first of all, look. Ba-da-da. I read there's a lot of bear activity, cougar activity, and seals. So I'm excited to see seals. But come along again as we walk and talk through the forest to watch out for bear. Starting off strong with the views. It's a 9-mile triangle. Hang on, mom's calling. He asked how long of a hike Dad did. 9 miles, Dad. We'll see though, because there's a high tide. When there's a high tide, you can't get through part of the trail. So we'll see when we get to the end of this, out to the lake, to see if there's actually room to go. Park ranger said, yeah, I should be fine. But we'll see if I'm geared up for 9 miles today. But I'll bring you along. So far, so good. Keep the bear activity to a minimum. Just keep talking and walking. You would think that I would hear them, right? Like snapping twigs and like moving brush and stuff. But it kind of makes me nervous because when I was at Avalanche Lake, I absolutely did not hear her sneak up on me. So it makes me think that I might not hear them. And we're pretty lush vegetation. Pretty dense forest here. Hey, howdy ho, neighbor Joe. How you been? Where'd you go? To and fro. Anyway, I shall hike, play this video for a little bit because I'm already out of breath. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. And keep you updated. Why are there so many good hiding spots for hibernation around here? Yeah, that looked very ominous coming up to it. Luckily, it's just an uprooted tree, not that big of a cave or den, which is great. But we are in jungle-like forest. There were plenty of cars in the parking lot. And 2 people got out of their car. Maybe should have waited to walk with them, but I was like, they'll catch up. But so far that has not taken place. I think once I get to the lake, they probably will be there, hopefully. But until then, I guess I have you guys, and I just keep talking and walking. I swear though, every little black thing that I see, I'm like, bear. But I will say too, that at least this trail did not have a posting that said solo hiking not suggested, like the other one did, that I've already done. Which I survived that one, but I will say that one was very populated. So solo hiking wasn't an issue because I wasn't really ever solo. Another thing that scares me all the time though is that I have these trekking poles. I don't know if you can see them. I can't tell where I'm focusing my stuff. But they hit leaves and branches off to the side of the trail. And I'm always like, okay, but we got these fun little plats now. I don't know. I did see a game trail just a little bit ago. So definitely some things in the area. Hopefully they're all chilling at the beach too, maybe. I'd like to see them from afar, but let's not manifest anything too close, you know? You feel me? This trail is really not this hard. If you're listening to me gasping for air, I think it's more of a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of it being afraid. These are slippery, good to know. And just talking the whole way, which I'm fine with if it means life or death. But it's a little winding. Ugh. But hopefully we get some good views of the lake, and maybe I would love to see some seal again, far away. Well, I mean, mediocre away, let's say that. That would be cool. I read a post like just a couple months ago. Also, there's something small in this brush. I just heard it take off. Oh, there's a bird. Okay. Heart stuffed. Oh, I hate that. But I read on a review of this trail that when they got to the lake, first of all, they had seen 6 bear, and they stated that, sorry, I got distracted, peeking through the woods here. They stated that there was a dead seal up here on the beach, and that there were bear eating it. So, yeah, there's that. As cool as maybe that could have been to see, I'm kind of hoping for not that experience. Let's just check my backside here. Just because I don't want to be involved with seeing animals while eating. That does not sound pleasant. So, yeah. Let's hope all goes well. I do have my bear spray. So be warned, back off, bears. I got bear spray. You don't want none of this. And other measures. But I'm gonna try to be so big and strong and talk in a deep voice. Super! But yeah, other than that, so far so good. We're still at it. Yeah, for some reason I started getting the heebie-jeebies, so I got this out and we're like trigger ready. And so yeah, haven't heard anything. Also just been talking the whole time, so I'm not sure if I will hear it. And if you can't tell, I do have a beanie on. I'm sure you noticed that at the beginning of the video, because it is a little chilly here. It's been really rainy, which made it a little bit chilly, but I'm still just in like an Under Armour long sleeve. Hang on, double checking surroundings. So obviously it's not freezing by any means, but I have a rain jacket, very thin, warm rain jacket in my bag should it decide to rain again and or be windy up here. You know what, something else, I was listening back to the videos, and it's interesting to me because they call this Ozette Lake, right? Great. I'm used to lakes. I have plenty of lakes. I've been to plenty of lakes. But then we like mix in high tides and low tides. I'm like, okay, then this isn't your ordinary lake, let's say, right? So I need to research more into that. Like, why do we have high tides and low tides in the lake? I don't know. Some more ominous black spots everywhere. And I was talking to Odie, which was visited my cousin Shelby. Her boyfriend's dad's brother from Costa Rica took me to Mount Baker, and we were just discussing hiking in general, and you know, and he said Jack, his brother, asked him, Odie, how many like mountain lions have you seen? Cougars, right? And Odie was like, never, I've never seen one. And he's like, how many do you think have seen you? And Odie's like, you're probably right, probably quite a few. And that's terrifying, actually. Yeah. So that has been a thought in my head as well. I have not spotted anything this far. So it's a clean hike day. It's a clean hike day. We're good with that. Yes, I like that. However, the thought is terrifying that, you know, I've already passed by, let's say, just like 12 bear, 4 or 5 cougar, like, my God. Okay, we're done thinking about that. In other news, the debate just happened. Did I watch it? No. I always end up getting cliff notes from social media, you know, friends, family, all of that good stuff. So I'm like, me, I don't really need to watch it firsthand. I feel like if I look one way, I'm missing something the other way. But anyway, so no, I did not. I'm sure it was ridiculous, like as predicted. So that's the other point. I was like, I mean, I know it's going to be ridiculous. I don't necessarily need to watch it to confirm that. I've already confirmed it in my brain. So did not. That's just what's going on in news today. What else is going on in news today? Can you imagine? So I just saw a limb that looks like a dinosaur, like a pterodactyl. I'm like, can you imagine with all of these ferns here? If not only we were watching out for bear and cougar, but we're also watching out for dinosaurs? What? That would be, yeah, I don't think I would step outside my house if that were the case, actually. I don't care for this platform above my head for things to look down upon me. It doesn't make me feel very demure. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't make me feel very powerful, safe, you know, predator-like. Oh, God. Stepped in a puddle of mud. Also this trail, okay, I thought it ended right here. I'm like, no, that's not what it's supposed to do, but it does. It turns. We're in good shape. I do need to look to see what time I started so that I know approximately how long I've been at this already, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to bed tonight with a sore throat. So yeah, but anyway, we got a bunch of these stair-like things. I also read on the reviews there's a lot of people complaining about them because, like, I mean, they're in a rainforest basically, right? So they're not in the best of shape everywhere. People are like, my partner like broke through one, and yeah, like seemingly that's very possible here. But I will say they're not very far off the ground, so I mean, you probably could twist an ankle, which is undesirable. But, okay, now we're climbing up. So now I have a reason to be out of breath, okay? So hold judgments. But yeah, so far though. Oh, God, frog! He jumped in my face. It was his fault. But yeah, nothing impassable. Oh God, that looked like a frog too. Fun fact about me, I don't like frogs. They're gross. They're slimy. They're just like unpredictable with like their travel patterns. Oh, jump. Oh God. No thank you. They're just as terrifying. I do appreciate that they can't eat me. But other than that, gross. Starting to warm up a bit, so the hat might come off sooner rather than later. Also, check my back. I also have a hair in my back that's driving me insane. I can feel it. Oh, blueberries. Do I fight the bears for those? Those look amazing. if I haven't put it in a previous video, when I was in Mount Baker, I found blueberries on the side of the mountain. They were much smaller than the blueberries you and I know, but they were, oh my god, chef's kiss. You have never tasted a blueberry until you eat the mountainside blueberry. It was to die for, and I kept eating handfuls of them. And then I got in the car to go back down the mountain, and my throat has all, like, this whole week been kind of a little itchy, scratchy, right? I'm like, oof, sickness coming on. But after I ate handfuls of blueberries, it felt a little tingly and numb, and I was like, fuck, am I going into like anaphylactic shock? Am I not supposed to eat, first of all, berries? I was like, no, they'll be fine. Nobody sprayed them. But secondly, I was like, maybe it was the quantity I ate. So, yeah, I just kept drinking water to, like, I don't know if it had any residue. I was like, sure thing. This will just wash down into the stomach, you know, and rid itself, basically. So I just kept chugging water, and in fact, it did. Yeah, I woke up, well, not even wake up. By the time I got back to my van and settled for the evening, everything was fine. I didn't have any more issues with my throat. So, that was good. But yeah, totally worth it. Even if I did go into anaphylactic shock, it might have been worth it. Like, blueberries were that good. So, check the back. Make sure nothing's following me, because here's another thing. I went hiking yesterday, Hurricane Ridge, in Olympic National Park, and it was only a deer, but it was so funny. I spotted the deer at first. He went into the woods, right? Tried to get a picture of him. He even looked back at me. He was like very demure, very cutesy, and but as soon as I pulled my phone out, snapped a picture, he's gone, right? So then I was like, oh shucks, kept walking. And I hear a little snapping behind me again, and I turn and I was like, it's him. He's just like following me around like, hey, what's you doing? But playing hard to get, you know. As soon as I turn around to video him, he shows me his backside and starts walking away. So also, I've watched one too many videos. Let's not talk about this, but I'm gonna say it real quick, and then we're gonna move my mind on. One too many videos though of like the kitties stalking. So hopefully that's not happening. Heard a little noise. Hopefully it's a little squirrel, a little bird at best. So yeah, just trying to remain aware of the old surroundings. And I was really hoping we would run into some peeps, you know? I mean, man, I know it's a Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday. And people are working, but, and I do think this is like a hidden gem, as IG might call it. So it's less crowded, which is good for the old Graham tree. But not as good for fears, if you will. But anyway, that is that. I shall let this one play for a little bit and check my time. Ta-ta for now. TT for later. See you in a bit. Okay, first friends on the path. I was like, oh, you know, very chill, they're deer. And then I was like, wait, let me just make sure. Because they are kind of cuckoo colored. But they are just deer. Just deer up there. Which means though, right? Like, they're not afraid. I'm not afraid, right? Of course. I don't necessarily like how thin this little trail is though. Hi, honey. How are you? How is this trail? Is it nice? Look at her picking the berries. Look at her picking the berries. Is this a, oof, sorry. Stepped in a puddle again, and then of course my trail poles hit the branches. So, but look how majestic. Pretty. But I'm hoping that this wasn't like a baby, right? Where mom's gonna now come out and be like, wow. I'm basically Snow White. I'm sorry I'm moving you out of your berry path, though. Like, those blueberries did look very delicious. But if you just, like, prep to the side, kind of give me my space. I kind of like a bubble. I would love to pass. And then you can just eat all the berries here that you wish. I appreciate you so much. Hi, honey. Are you going or are you just eating? Because that bubble's not big enough, my friend. I appreciate you. I'll be on my way. And you can eat the berries, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great day. There's just a deer. That's fine. They're cute. Yeah. Hat came off because it's hot. Made it past the deer. We opened up a bit. Still not necessarily any less terrifying. I have some elbow room, so I won't be pushed into the brush, which is good. But check my time, because I'm like, you're on high alert for a long time. It's been 45 minutes. I'm like, it feels like days. I could not imagine. There are so many signs everywhere in Olympic National Forest or Park of like when you're hiking, it's like campsites because people backpack here. And while I do love that idea of like, oh, that would be so fun, I cannot imagine trying to sleep out here. Disqualified me from Naked and Afraid. I would not sleep a wink. Every little noise that you hear, you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And like everyone obviously requires bear canisters. I am too novice for that. Again, lots of videos that I've been watching, and a bear even like found her stash a mile away from her campsite, but then followed the scent back to her campsite and was like digging through her tent. No ma'am, not me. This hike is enough of an experience. Total hike time should be 68 minutes. Hopefully I'll remember to update you to see if that was true. Nice little log here. But yeah, I am approximately 45 minutes in. And so yeah, I got another 23 minutes, which is fine. Over halfway, so that's a good sign. So yeah, that is that. Periodic back check. And I'm going uphill again, by the way. Yeah, what else is going on in the news today? I don't know. Because I live in a van. Might as well be under a rock, which I love for me. But, I have been watching some TV, though, but only, like, streaming services. Which don't come at me. I know I can get the news. I just don't want to. But I've been watching The Wilds, which is a very predictable... Oh, God. I don't like the way this trail looks up there. It looks more like a game trail, which I hate. Because that's how people get lost. But anyway, Wilds. Very predictable, teeny boppery, like Lost type show. But fun nonetheless, except for season 2. I'm in season 2 right now. I don't like the introduction of the guys. They're boring. It was better when we were just focused on like what the girls were doing, how they were, problem solving and their drama and shit. For some reason, the boys are just annoying, period, so. But yeah. Howdy ho, neighbor Joe. That was my very intimidating voice, if you couldn't tell. So far, so good. This must be the hole that one reviewer was talking about. Just kidding. There's been a few of those. Which, yeah, that would be annoying, I guess, if my feet snapped into a plank right now. I would be a little pissed. But I also know we're in the woods. It's naturey. I guess it comes with the territory of just being vigilant, but it's annoying, I guess. And also, this part of the trail smells a little different. And I say that with a nervous laugh because it's not a dead animal smell. I don't know. I don't think I know exactly what like deer pee smells like the pheromones or whatever that hunters put on them. But this smell is something what I would imagine it would smell like. Just like a general sense of like animal aroma. And not my favorite smell. I will not be purchasing that bottle. But also generally just wanting to get through this section. And I'm hoping that once I get to the lake, I have to do this all back yet, you know? So I'm hoping I sit at the lake for a little bit, chill out for a second, and find someone to go back with. Or, you know, I just become a runner again and I start trail running today. No moment like the present. Yeah, those are gonna be my plans, I think. But also, I don't want to look like I'm running away, like I'm game and fair play, you know? Oof. Nature is hard, but also rewarding. So get outside today. Do a hike or something. Okay? Okay. See you soon. Current view here. We are very jungly, but I do appreciate the place. However, I don't know if you can see, I'm starting to see some light between those trees. So we're hoping for closeness of the water. Watch me get out there though, and I'm the only one on the beach, and there's like grizzly bear ravaging a seal. Oh my god, I will die, literally. So let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope all the people in the parking lot are still out there just enjoying lunch, you know? As if it's no big deal. That would be great. But enough of the whispers. Let's talk big and loud. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. You know, I never really cared for Christmas movies. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Movies. But that one is freaking hilarious. Yeah. We're in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. I wish I knew more old songs like that, but I just keep singing batty yaddy 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 yaddy. Mine does not taste very good. Just FYI, in case you're listening. Speaking to you, bear. Oh god. I may have lost my mind. Just a wee bit. Is this? Okay, I thought my bear can was leaking. She's locked and loaded. But my finger was feeling wet. But I think that's a combination of adrenaline sweats and just the general precipitation of the day. Of the day, not my body. But maybe that too. But anyway. This is going to be one very long video once I link all of these threads together. So if you've watched thus far, kudos to you. You're the real OG. Or you've just been fast forwarding it. Cheater. But regardless, I love you. And I'll bring you back out. Oopsie. We're getting to a clearing. I just know we are. I just know it. I'll bring you back out though before I reach there, okay? Until then, I don't know. Oof. this is where they fell. Until then, stay safe. See you soon. Alrighty, here we are. Well, we still got a little bit. Not sure how this like winds down to there, but there it is. And I'm listening to see if there are people voices. Oh, there are people. Look at here at the very end. Oh, bless you, you gentle souls. My favorite species right now. Have they been listening to me this whole time though? Because they're not very far ahead. We've just been missing each other around the corners. But anyway, alright. I'll give you the grand reveal once I get down there. It reminds me a little bit of the coast in Maine. Very untamed. Okay, we made it. Look at this cute little campsite. Swinging trees, ropes. Yes. Can you hear that? That over there, I can't zoom in any farther. Those are all seals on that coast. Oh my god. And wouldn't you know, I don't have any freaking binoculars in this bag right now. But this, is the coast of Washington, Lake Ozette. So cool.
We would get waves in here. These outer rocks stop the wave.
Gotcha. I was gonna say it looks very calm. That was my other question. All right, I retract what I said earlier. I do want to camp here. That's a baller spot. To just chill with this every day. Oh yeah. Another good rocker's paradise. Thinking of you, Mom. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be able to carry many of these out, but I got a small sampling. They're beautiful. All right, I could use a little brewski to cheers to the next 68 minutes back. Cheers. All right, we are on our hike back. So about another hour in this area. Ooh, but look. So pretty. But I genuinely love running into people on the trail. That couple right at the very, very end. So they started at 10:30. It was 12:30. It took them 2 hours to get out. But I love asking them about like their experiences, right? So I'm always like, how about them bears? You know, like those silly guys. Have you seen one? Have you ever encountered one? What do I do? So I did that naturally, and they always calm my fears. Every single one of them. Everybody I ask, they're always like, no, those aren't a thing. Like, yeah, they exist, but they're never an issue, right? They're like, the only ones that would be an issue would be a mama bear and her cub. And they're like, that is so far removed, you would never experience that. And I'm like, I know you don't know this about me, but sorry, I got interrupted. It was a bit of a bear man situation in the woods there for a second. But I survived the man, by the way. But I was like, I know you don't know this about me, but I'm kind of a little Snow White, and I've already experienced the mama cub combination. It just snuck up on me at Avalanche Lake. So all of these experiences that you're like, you know, this could happen, but this probably definitely will not. Oxymoron, I know, but and I'm like, yeah, I already experienced that, so I'm for sure now cougar food. Like, That's the last on the like the hiking in the woods checklist. Like, ugh. But if anything does approach, she said they stopped and had like lunch here on the trail. You're for sure bear food. I'm gonna tell whatever comes at me. Listen, they got full ass blown peanut butter and jelly sandwiches behind it. Like, save your appetite. They'll be better. Trust me. Anyway. Maybe I'll be braver and not make so many videos on the way back so that you don't have to continually sit through these to see what crazy things I say. But, okay. And hopefully my experience doesn't end with a foot through the floorboard. All right, I gotta focus. Ciao, ciao. Real quick, do you know it would be very beneficial if I had signal back here? This hike, or like hikes in general that are longish, would be great opportunities to learn a different language. I was just trying to brush up on my Espanol a little bit and talk to the bears in Spanish. And I was like, you know, if I could log on to Duolingo right now, 100% that'd be a good use of time. But for now, I'll just practice my high school level Spanish. Hola, Berita. ¿Cómo estás? She got 2 wide open spaces. Room to make a bear mistake. Oof. Okay. Still on the journey back. And I've actually recorded less on the way back for 2 reasons. One, because I'm so brave and strong. And I don't need you anymore. That's not true, but trying to save your ears from an hour's worth of ramblings, which maybe I'll make a series, but you missed out on some pretty good conversation with myself. Nothing worth repeating though, so don't worry. Those thoughts I'll probably recycle again on another hike. But yeah, took a look at my clock and I was like, okay, made some good time. I was like, how much longer? I was like, girl, it's been 15 minutes. 15 minutes have passed. Wait, that, which reminds me, update. I did not make the 9-mile loop. We're doing 6 today. That's just 7. 3.5 out, 3.5 back. And that's good enough. But to be honest, to do the whole loop, a couple extra miles, but the whole like tide thing, which update on that too. So this goes to the lake, but then it's like a triangle. Then it walks along a shore that is connected to the ocean. That's the tide issue part, not the lake. So found that out. Good to know. But I didn't do that part. And I'm trying to decide if I'm sad about it. Right now my back says no, not at all. I will very much appreciate being back. Same with time. Like, I didn't start the earliest, so, you know, I do want to go up to Cape Flattery still. So hopefully I can make it back in time to do that before I work. And then low battery. Okay, this might be my last one before I end the session. So yeah, there's a couple factors. I'm not doing the whole loop, and that's okay. Would it be pretty? Yes, but they did say, which is why I went to the north side first, because that's much rockier, as you saw. The south side, they said, looks like a normal beach. I've seen those all day long. So that's a little reprieve, if you will, for not doing that side. But they were doing pretty, for sure. I do love a good looking and walking, but anywho, phone's dying. Good thing I have this bad boy keeping me safe. But I'm going to end it here until I get to the end. So thanks for coming along. It's been a pleasure. 20 minutes left, and I got a little hot, so I took my long sleeve off. Just chilling in a TikTok. See you soon. Look at this twisted bark. This is what the park ranger at Glacier was trying to describe. That sun gets in the way, but look at it just contort. That's cool. 7 miles! We made it! Not one bear incident. Good job.